Let's talk about the prices of absolutely fucking everything in the United States. It is getting out of hand. Oh, blimey, there's so many little video clips of people in supermarkets. I might do some comparisons actually in some French supermarkets, because I'm here in France, but I'm talking about what's going on in the United States as an observer. Now, when I see these prices, I think, crikey, 4 bags of shopping, $300? What the fuck have you bought? And when they open out their bloody bags, you see, well, I'm basic shit. There's nothing special. There's no real luxuries there. Maybe a bit of meat, that's the most expensive items. But as a whole, it's just an average shop for just, a couple or something, for the week. If you're lucky. 4 bags of shopping ain't a lot, is it, these days? It really isn't. It's all packaged up anyway, so you're paying for all the packaging, aren't you? It's also coming from China and places like that, which you're paying a big old tariff on, so everything gets hit right across the board, doesn't it? Now, so the grocery prices, the prices are going up on the steroids, on average around 8%. But some individual items are just like 200% increases. It's just nuts. People cannot sustain that. They just can't. They're struggling to feed their families. And, that worries me. Even if you are mag and what have you, I worry about the kids, It's not their fault, is it, that the parents are fucking idiots? No. It's not their fault they haven't been educated by their parents, so there could be a next breed of fucking idiots. Next generation, of fucking idiots. I'm a fucking idiot for saying that, but it's sad. It is really, really sad. But why is this? Well, a lot of it's down to deportations. Let's be honest about this. It really is. This so-called attack on documented and undocumented migrants. There's attack on tourism. There's attack right across the board. If you don't agree with Donald Trump, even if you're a fucking tourist, you ain't getting in. Or you're going to be detained somehow. Or you're going to be dragged off the streets. It's not safe. So, of course, a lot of these workers are hiding. These people work the farms. They're either left or they've been scooped up, or they're staying at home where they feel safe. It makes me so fucking angry, it really does. I'm honest with you, it really does. It's so unnecessary. And it's affecting every country around the bloody world, and you know what they say. For instance, in the UK, for instance, a famous saying is that when the US sneezes, we all catch a cold. And we do. And we have. We've caught a cold. But at least it isn't a fucking pandemic necessary. We will heal, we will get better. It's just take a few antibiotics if it's bacterial, and it'll pass. But for you lot, in the United States, you're stuck with this. I honestly believe that there's only 2 options now. You're either going to have a civil thing, if you know what I mean. You're going to have to stand up and literally do your bit. A more progressive music festivals, where there might be a few attendees at the local hospital if you've got any insurance cover. You know what I mean? Or maybe there might be rivers of blood. Who said that? Leave that in the comments down below. The rivers of blood speech. Lovely, typical conservative. Anyway, so the US is more than just struggling. The people are more than just struggling. But we, the people with half a brain cell, we warned you this is what would happen if you allowed Donald Trump to enact his Project 2025. And that was always the plan. He might have said, no, I don't know, I never read it. Probably hasn't read it. He's just going along with whatever. I like the sound of that. Oh, that sounds like fun. He loves all that shit. He loves hurting people, because that's who he is. That's like the MAGA. They love cruelty. Yet they are the ones on the receiving end in many cases. They are feeling the brunt of it now. They are going to the supermarkets and whinging and whining because they can't afford to feed their families. But that's what happens, you see, when you make bad choices. You took the wrong pill, like you did. Now, Donald Trump has effectively removed, since he's been in power, 1.2 million people from the workforce. 1.2 million people. Because of deportations. Because Latinos, Hispanics, etc. are not going to work. Because they're frightened. They're frightened that they are going to be removed and separated from their children. And there's cases now of stories where I saw one lad, I think it was a 12-year-old, who had a gun pointed to his fucking head by an ice sculpture. It's crazy. This is outside school, for Christ's sake. This is just wrong. It really is. You had a tourism industry that was expanding. You had a farming industry that was just about surviving. And now that's been killed off. And now the manufacturing sector has absolutely been destroyed. And the construction, oh my giddy aunt. Building permits are crashing. So I was researched earlier here today. Building permits are crashing. Basically, they're coming at the end of their term time and stuff like that. Because there's about immigrant workers are down by about 17%. Sites can't function. And if you can't get the trades in line, well, you ain't going to bloody have a construction industry. You know? Well, it ain't just people digging holes, you know. They're not Irish navvies. No. These are skilled individuals. Well, carpenters, joiners, electricians, plumbers, you name it. People that you need. But no. It's more about the colour of their skin. That's what's more important to you. Yeah. There's a bulldozer over there, or caterpillar, bulldozer, look. Oh, it's got grubbing spikes on the back as well. That has. See, so all you got to say is house prices are going to increase further because there'll be a shortage of supply. There's already a shortage of supply, which has caused a massive housing shortage. And that's the same in Canada, for instance, but they're doing something about it. The problem with the United States, they're not. You know? They're not. This is madness. Just absolute fucking madness. This is not going to end well. There's going to be a lot of people who commit suicide, friendly note and all that, happy times when you say, bloody hell. The only person I want to see in the obituaries is fucking Donald Trump. Every time I wake up in the morning, he's still alive. When is somebody going to unalive him? Please. Just hoping one day that his cankles will... Cankleism. Bloody hell. Anyway, you tell me. Please leave it in the comments down below. Please put a like button, maybe subscribe to the channel, a little bell icon, because then you get one fuzzy feeling in your pocket every time I upload another video. And we're doing a rewilding here in France, where we're planting trees. If you want to be part of that, there's links down below. But for now, toodaloo. Please share my videos.